call. As far as housekeeping goes, don't have a lot for you guys right now. Obviously, we have some updates coming soon as far as content goes. I've been teasing the idea of the Beginner Bootcamp 3.0, which is something I will be releasing over the next week or two as I sit down to film it. I've got it all outlined. I've got some new additional resources to bring to you guys, some better examples. Got a cool idea for a capstone project that should give you guys the ability to test out a lot of your skills before you start talking with clients, just so you have a level of confidence in yourself that you might not have if you've never worked with a client before. But that's neither here nor there. That's not the main point of this call. So I'll save that for another day. But just keep that in mind. Keep your eye on announcements, because I will be letting you guys know about the different upgrades that are coming your way. If you're in the bootcamp right now, don't worry. Just keep going through the bootcamp. Once it's released, I'll have a guide for everyone who's gone through the bootcamp, how to go through the new bootcamp and get the most out of it as quickly as possible. So it takes you like a day or two to get the upgrades instead of having to restart it all. So just go through the bootcamp as it is right now. The bootcamp right now is fantastic. It works really, really, really well. I just have a better version in store. So if you're in the bootcamp, just keep going through the bootcamp now. Don't worry about the new bootcamp. When the new bootcamp comes out, I'll have sort of a Reader's Digest version of it for you that you can go through as sort of a supplement to what you've already done, so that you can stack on top of what you have done before in the bootcamp, and you'll get the same amount of benefit as anyone who goes through the bootcamp from day one. So keep your eye on that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Now, today's call, I knew when I made this title that it might not be the most. This is obviously isn't the most interesting title when it comes to morning power calls. This isn't like the recipe for perfect free value. This isn't, exactly what I would do in 2023 as a new copywriter. This isn't that kind of title. This isn't the kind that's going to just gather the people to the call who are just like super clickbait hungry and just want to know that one secret hack. But this is more about me sharing an important principle with you so that you understand the why behind what I have you guys do. I have you guys do push-ups. Like from day one inside of the program, I'm like, hey guys, I want you to all do an extra 100 push-ups every single day as part of being inside the copywriting campus. And I said, for some reason, people who do push-ups make more money inside the copywriting campus. And it's totally true. But I don't really tell you why. And some of you have guessed, it's better to be strong and all that stuff. But like doing the push-ups doesn't really make you that much stronger. I mean, 100 push-ups is 100 push-ups. It's not going to turn you into a superhuman. It really isn't. Like if you haven't done anything, you'll probably see some growth, some strength as a result of it. But you're not really going to like massively, turn into Hercules overnight after doing 100 push-ups. There's a deeper and more important reason, because that exercise, and I don't mean the push-ups, but like the exercise of doing 100 extra push-ups a day, it does something for you, and it does something to you that prepares you for a very critical moment in your copywriting career. I'm going to talk about that. Most of you come from a soft and easy life. And even if you come from maybe like, I'm not saying you come from like a silver spoon where like your parents are billionaires and they give everything you want, but most of you come from the modern world, like the 21st century and the 20th century for that matter, where everything's pretty easy, right? Like you're not gonna starve. Like there's food. You don't have to like fight off marauding enemies that are coming to kill you and take your stuff, right? Like there might be the odd crime here and there. There might be the odd days where money's a little tight, but honestly, you're not gonna starve. And you live in a world that's just filled with free dopamine, right? There's endless social media, endless TV, endless video games, endless opportunities to get dopamine in your system for nothing. And most of you have grown up in that. From the time you were a young kid, that free dopamine has been floating around easy for you in your world. And a lot of you have grown up with parents who have got you things that you need, like, fed you and like normal stuff that parents do and should do for their kids. And there's nothing terribly wrong with this, but when you enter the world of work, when you enter the world of being your own agent in the world, when you become a copywriting freelancer to start with, and then start to run and own your own business, which is what you do as a freelancer. You're owning your own business. You are your business. When you enter that world, you shift from that like soft, easy, protected world back home where everything's nice and easy into a world of war. For everything that you want as an adult, as a man, you must fight for it, right? And it's either a fight against yourself, a fight against the system, or a competition against others. It is war, right? You're competing against other people. Now, to get you in that mindset, to help you understand that, we've done some things inside the Phoenix program to help them get into it a little bit better. I'm not going to touch on those too much. I will say that push-ups is a big part of it. We've done something a little bit different with push-ups inside the Phoenix program, and it's done some amazing things for the guys' productivity and their focus levels. But I won't dive too much into that. I just want to talk to you guys about the importance of push-ups and how it helps you get into the mindset of war. If you throw yourself into stress and difficulty, that prepares you and trains your mind for stress and difficulty. Everything that you have to do as a copywriter is stress and difficulty. Everything you have to do as a man who wants to achieve anything is stress and difficulty. If you run away from it in every other part of your life, then it's going to make it harder for you to attack the challenges you face as a copywriter with the same level of gusto as if you were to, or than if you were to throw yourself at difficulty all the time. If you make it your life to live in war, to live in difficult, and to enjoy the chase of difficult goals, difficult challenges, to throw yourself into that physical stress, it gives you a greater ability to do so when it comes time to actually do so for your money, right? Because you're already in that mindset. You like it. You enjoy the difficulty. You enjoy the stress. It makes you stronger, right? It's an important step because it trains your mind for that war. It also does a huge thing to build your own self-respect. You know that deep down you should be training harder than you are right now. You know deep down, like a perfect version of you does push-ups all the time. He's cranking out push-ups all the time to get stronger, to get smarter, to live in that war. You know that, right? When you actually do those push-ups and you do what you know you should be doing, when you actually train to the level you should be, and when you mix in the push-ups throughout your day, it builds a level of self-respect. You know that you're doing what you're supposed to do. Your confidence in yourself and your ability to do hard things skyrockets. If you don't do them, if you maybe don't do your push-ups every day, or maybe some days you don't do any at all, you know deep down that you can't actually trust yourself to do big, scary things. Deep down, you know it. You say, okay, if I can't keep my commitments with myself, how am I going to keep my commitments with other people? When it comes time to work on a $10,000 project for a client, will I have the intestinal fortitude, as they say, to stand up and do what I need to do? Or will I run away because it's too hard and difficult? Deep down, you know that you can't because you haven't proven to yourself by doing the simple things like 100 push-ups a day, right? Deep down, you know that. So when you sit there across from a client and you're that guy who hasn't been doing what he should do and knows that he hasn't been throwing himself into war and doesn't like difficulty, and you sit across from a client and you pitch him on something big and difficult, you can't do it with the same conviction as the man who's done what he should do, who has trained hard, who has done every single day the things he said he was going to do. That man can show up and with confidence say that he will do something, and the client will feel it, they will believe it, and they will purchase, right? It's that critical moment when you're pitching that first project. I say $10,000 as an opportunity for you guys to understand that, but it might be just for a couple $100. It's at an entry level product where you have to, all you really have at that point is your conviction, your confidence, and the force of your character. And that is developed through making small promises with yourself and doing those, throwing yourself at difficulty and surviving, getting used to it and getting to the point where you enjoy and like the difficulty because you know what it brings on the other side. That's why I have you guys do push-ups. I don't have you do push-ups so you can get stronger. I don't have you do push-ups because of any other reason. I do have you guys do these push-ups so you can build the tolerance for adversity and the self-respect you need to approach giant companies worth millions and millions of dollars and pitch product, like pitch and say, I will rise to the occasion. I will step up. I will do difficult things in order to earn you millions of more dollars, and I expect to be paid in proportion. Like, to be able to do that with conviction, you have to be that man and become that man by doing these tiny things like 100 push-ups a day. Now, if you're in the Phoenix program, you know a little bit more of some of the new things I'm having you guys do to increase your focus around push-ups and use them more effectively. And by all means, keep using those. If anyone asks, you can tell them. It doesn't really matter. But if you aren't in the Phoenix program, I encourage you to take this part of the copywriting course more seriously. A lot of people laugh it off. 100 push-ups, that's nothing. What's that supposed to do? You can't even get strong from 100 push-ups. There's a true reason to do 100 push-ups. Some of the best students knock them out first thing in the morning before they even leave their bedroom. They start their day off with a strong win. I'm telling you guys, if you learn to keep your commitments with yourself, if you become a man of character and you hold yourself to that standard, you don't wait for me to tell you to hold yourself to that standard. You hold yourself to that standard. You become the kind of man who has the confidence to overcome any difficulty in life. Become the man who can pitch any client on any project that is reasonable and, was actually beneficial for people and will be able to close them. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I figured this out myself. I'm telling you guys, this is an important step. And probably not a lot of students are going to tune in on this one because it's about push-ups and it might sound boring. We've talked about push-ups once or twice before. This isn't a clickbaity title, but those of you who showed up and listened to me today, I hope you take this information and you apply it, because this character shift is what's going to prepare you for that one critical moment where everything changes. Once you land that first client and then you rise to the occasion and you fulfill for them, that is the moment where everything changes for you as a copywriter. Then it's easy to get clients. You already got a client that's making you a lot of money. Like that's the pivotal moment. And it all depends on your force of character and the skills that you've developed in that point. So make sure you take care of developing your force of character by doing the push-ups every day. My friends, it's been a good call. I'll talk with some of you later today and the rest of you tomorrow. Use this information, improve yourself, improve your strength, and go out and earn some money. I'll talk to you guys later.